Whoever dehydrated those pirates could not have foreseen their accidental rehydration with the heavy water we use in recharging the atomic pile.
Hand me down the shark repellent bat spray.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
I'd say the odds against it would make even the most reckless gambler cringe. Show me Miss Kitka, or I'll wreck this place with my dying breath.
They may be drinkers, Robin, but they're also human beings.
Damn it, Swanson, I want them found.
Mayor West, we have every available man looking for the Griffins. We just don't have any leads.
Not the Griffins, you moron. The rest of my light, bright pieces. My name isn't Adam Wee. Or is it? Who am I? What number did you dial? Don't ever call here again. I guess I told him, nobody messes with Adam Wee.
Welcome to the Make Movies Great Again podcast, the only show in the universe with the sole mission of destroying cynicism at the box office. Here are your hosts, Matt, Adam, and Sean.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Make Movies Great Again podcast. My name is Sean Abernathy.
No, it's not. I'm Sean. Who am I?
Who am I?
I'm Matt Vieira, Adam Bernardino.
We're all here this week. Of course, that lovely gentleman you heard at the top of the show was the late, great Adam West, who passed away this weekend at 88 years old. Lived a long life.
Hey.
Unfortunately, not as long as a lot of people would have liked to see him live forever. But
it was hard not to laugh during that compilation.
Yeah,
it was good.
He's so great, and of course, now when you see when especially celebrities pass away, you get all the people who worked with him. You get all the people that worked with them, and they have all the stories come out, and you hear nothing but good things about Adam West. And it's unfortunate, those two. Obviously, he was Batman in the 1960s, and the original Batman, TV Batman, and he was also Mayor Adam West himself on Family Guy. So had to put those two clips on there.
Yeah.
So
anyway, R.I.P.
Yeah. All right, guys. So you know the deal. We're on Twitter at Make Movies Great. We're on Instagram at the same tag at Make Movies Great. How simple is that? You can also call us 401-285-8120. It's not a call that you can come. It's not a phone number you can come through directly to us. It's a voicemail number. So you can call, you can leave a voicemail, you can talk to us, ask us a question, talk about any things that we talked about movies, say we're idiots, say we're very smart and our opinions are right on tack.
Preferably that one.
Preferably that one, but I'll take either one.
Whatever you want, and we'll play it.
And we're going to play on the show. That's what's cool about it. We'll play we don't have a large volume of voicemails, so we will play it on the show. So you could say whatever you want. This is your opportunity, folks. Jump in now while the getting's good.
Hey.
As long as you don't call up and trash Ben Affleck, we'll play it.
We'll play that too.
We'll play it too, but you better hide your name. Because we will find you. Specifically Adam and I. I don't know if Sean is yet to pick up the sword yet for Ben Affleck.
Sean will stay in the car. He'll stay in the car.
I'll stay in the car.
Okay.
I'll drive there.
Do you see what happens, Larry? Do you see what happens, Larry? Yeah. So also, we want you to go over to the iTunes subscription page and leave us a review. And the review, we're going to play this fun game. If you leave a review, don't leave an actual review. I mean, you can if you want. But your favorite movie quote, leave it in there as the review. You can put 1 star, 5 stars, but leave your favorite movie quote for any movie. Leave it in there. Don't put where it's from, and we'll bring it on the show, and we'll say it, and we'll see if we all get it right away.
And you might even become like one of those quote pictures that you've been making, Matt.
Yes. We put those on our Twitter every day and Instagram, so they've been great, so it could become one of those as well. So go over to iTunes and, do your thing and leave us a review. We're also on Stitcher. I believe you can leave reviews there, so if you want to do that there as well.
I saw the one you posted today, saying Silverman, and I laughed out loud at work.
It was so hard for me to find because I'm usually most of the time I'll make it last minute or I'll make them the night before. But in between doing actual work today, I was trying to figure out what the quote was for the one where he says about wanking off, increase wanking off, and I couldn't find it. But I remembered the other one. I was like, all fun at all-time high, 98 or whatever, 93.
That's a good one, yeah.
Look now, 2.
Look at our girl score, although never very high.
At 9. Look now, 2, which is led to increased wanking off. I'm chafing.
It's a great scene.
Saving Silverman's a great movie.
I've actually thought of that scene before for the opening quote, so we may need to do that.
It'll definitely Saving Silverman, I'm sure, over the life of this podcast, will work its way in a few times. So, yeah. So, all right. So, Movie Club. We just want to remind you guys at the end of the show, we're going to stop recording and we're going to start recording a new episode of our Movie Club. This week, we watched Mystery Team with Don Glover, who's, young Lando. You know him as Childish Gambino. Although, Adam, did you hear that he's retiring the Childish Gambino persona?
I heard that.
I did hear that. I heard his next album will be his last.
That's kind of crazy and unfortunate, but he's got a lot of shit going on. We were wondering a few weeks ago how he does all this shit at once. So
can't.
This is the answer. He can't.
Movie show, the Deadpool show, his album.
That's
like
right,
he's
the
got
Deadpool
so
show.
much going on.
Why retire though? Just not do it for a while. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Because if you
retire, somebody will buy it. They'll buy it. People will buy it more.
Well, when he comes back eventually, it's going to be a bigger story than him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
Everybody loves a good comeback.
That's why I'm here, not a publicist.
What'd you say, Adam?
You remember that time Jay-Z retired when we were in 8th grade?
Yes. Well, he's still technically retired. He hasn't made good music since then.
Isn't Dre
We'll
retired?
get into that.
Are we still waiting for?
We're still waiting for Detox. Although I think he said now he's like, no one should tell me what I have to make. I'm like, dude, you're the one who's been teasing that shit forever. Like, don't do that. You've been teasing it for us forever. Now we want it, and you're like, oh, no one's gonna tell me what to make. All right, Dre.
All right.
Anyway, so we watched Mystery Team. It was on Netflix. We're gonna talk about that today, and we're also gonna announce next week's movie, which is
Mulholland Drive.
And that's on Netflix?
It is on Netflix.
All right, so watch Mulholland Drive for next week on Netflix, and leave us a voicemail, 401-285-8120, if you watched it, and let us know what you thought, and we'll play it on next week's Movie Club. So let's...
I think we should do this from now on. Should have talked about this before we started the podcast, but I think it's probably worth it just to read the, official synopsis.
That's not a bad idea. We can start that today.
Okay.
We'll do that in the Movie Club podcast, unless you want to do it right now.
I'm doing it right now.
All right, doing it right now.
So, Mulholland Drive, 2001. After a car wreck on a winding Mulholland Drive renders a woman amnesiac, she and a perky Hollywood hopeful search for clues and answers across Los Angeles in a twisting venture beyond dreams and reality. Sounds pretty good to me. And this is, so the director and writer is David Lynch. I don't know who that was, but I searched him.
Twin Peaks.
And I saw he does Twin Peaks, and you had mentioned that last week.
Yep, he's a crazy guy.
All right, so I'm in.
I'm interested.
Part of the reason I want to watch this is because I've seen a pretty awesome Mondo poster by Kevin Tong that's Mulholland Drive, and I don't know what the movie's about, so now I've got to watch the movie to convince myself to buy it.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it. The fact that you just told me it's a David Lynch film tells me, I think, just about everything I need to know. And it's awesome.
Okay.
I'm all about it. Not a bad thing.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody. So that's the movie for next week. Let's get into bad movie descriptions.
Is this good or bad?
It gets me every time.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, you go first.
So, at Christmas, a lone wolf hero no one expects defends a building from invading terrorists.
Is that Lost in New York, Home Alone?
It's Home Alone.
Yeah. Is the first Home Alone?
Yeah.
Well, they're not.
Did you say New York?
At Christmas.
No, you said Christmas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Home Alone.
Yeah. Classic.
Classic.
What do you got, Sean?
Classic Pauly.
All right, I got two.
Okay.
All right. Older sister ruins younger sister's chance to be on a nationally televised game show. I think that's a funny one.
Older sister ruins younger sister's chance to be on a televised game show.
Nationally televised game show.
Damn. I don't know. I'm stumped. What do you got, Adam?
Older sister ruins younger sister's chance to go on a nationally televised game show.
I'm stumped.
I got nothing.
Hunger Games.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
volunteer as tribute.
That's funny.
That's a good one. One more. Man binds other men and takes pictures of them for money.
Binds?
Binds. B-I-N-D-S.
Binds
and
other
takes a picture of them for money. Binds them.
Binds them and takes pictures of them for money.
Shit.
Wow, these are good ones.
Yeah, these are two good ones. Very good. I don't know.
Me neither.
This one's kind of cheap. Spider-Man.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a cheap one.
Yeah, that's good though. That's good though.
Cheap one.
What do you got, Matt?
Okay, so this is actually funny and ironic because of the episode. 2 Diamond fans kidnap a girl and force her to eat Arby's while their high school mentor encourages them to eat her alive.
Okay.
That's Saving Silverman.
That is. We just talked about it.
Diamond fans. That's a good twist.
Right, isn't that good, Diamond fans?
Those of you who don't know, they're Neil Diamond fans.
The Arby's gave it away for me.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to maybe if I said fast food, maybe it would have.
That was a good one.
But
Yeah,
so that was Saving Silverman. So, if you guys have any of these bad movie descriptions you want to shoot us on Twitter and try and stump us. Please do. Try and stump us.
Do it.
Not that tough.
So let's get into Trailer of the Week. Trailers of the Week. We have 2 this week. What's this first one?
Yeah, what's the first one, Adam?
I watched it, but I don't know much about it.
All right, me neither. But I wanted to add it. Well, it's a new Disney Pixar movie. It's called Coco. It's about the Day of the Dead in Mexico. And I saw the trailer and I got psyched about it because I went to a conference in November in Mexico for work. And the keynote speaker was the creative director of photography for Disney Pixar. And she was, I forget her name, but she was an amazing speaker. And she said she was down in Mexico, doing research and, working on a movie about the Day of the Dead. And I'm assuming that it was this one.
Cool.
So I thought that was really cool.
Very cool. Well, it looks good. It looks very good.
It does look good.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be funny. It'll be fun for all ages. Tear your heartstrings a little bit. Everybody get a good laugh. Happy ending.
Yeah.
Classic Disney.
No, Pixar.
Classic, yeah.
Pixar hardly does anything wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything.
exactly.
Nothing.
Trying to think of
They do
anything.
Nothing.
They've done wrong.
No,
Think of
one of the coolest stories, and not to go off on a tangent, one of the coolest stories about this, the woman was telling us from Disney Pixar, is that she wanted to work as a coder or something like that for Disney, and she got hired on a trial basis for a little movie they were working on called Toy Story. That was the first movie she worked on with them. So she's been there since the beginning.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And I love how the Pixar creators all put in little they put in Easter eggs movie to movie.
That's amazing.
There's the shared technically there's a theory for the shared universe within Pixar movies, which is really cool.
Well, did you ever hear they were at a diner and there's a bunch of them having breakfast or something, and they all had all these ideas for movies, and they're Cars, Toy Story, Inside Out.
This is they all had it all at once.
They had them a bunch of them. They wrote down ideas, and they've just developed those ideas into.
That's follow through right there.
Yeah,
that's
Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so the other trailer this week was Black Panther. Adam, I know you said you watched it how many times?
It must be upwards of 20 by now.
It doesn't give you much, which...
Well, it's a teaser trailer, right?
Yeah, it's a trailer for a trailer.
In the trailer.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, which, we usually say we like trailers that don't give a lot, but this wasn't even a full trailer. It was just,
No, that's fine. I'm all about it not giving a lot. I just think it's hilarious we have names for it now.
So,
teaser trailer.
Adam, this takes place after Ultron. Does this take place after Civil War as well?
I don't know. See, I was trying to figure that out,
Me
but
too.
it looked like Andy Serkis' character has one arm, and he lost that arm
exactly to Ultron.
Too.
Yeah.
So that would be my guess.
It's definitely after Ultron. Whether it's before Civil War, I don't know or not. I don't know if it even matters because, well, I guess it does matter because his father gets killed in Civil War. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Well,
the King of Wakanda.
If the Winter Soldier shows up, I'm gonna shit my pants in the theater. So
I would be excited for that, but I don't know if he's gonna, man. I don't think he shows up short of just.
Well, that's where he is at the end of Civil War.
Oh, that's right. He's locked up. That's right. You're absolutely right. So maybe at the end. Maybe.
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 Wait.
But for me, this trailer was good enough for me to go see it in theater. Like, I'm hooked now. I watched it so many times. Everything looks badass. I like the way it was done, and the music was way different than any other Marvel movie. It looked like the tone of the movie was way different than any Marvel movie. I'm really excited to see it because it looks totally different.
There was this really funny meme I saw today. It was like Marvel giving Johnny Storm a second chance since 2011, and it's a picture of Chris Evans and Michael B. Jordan next to each other because, like, obviously Chris Evans now is Captain America, and he was the original Human Torch in the first Fantastic Four movie, and Michael B. Jordan was in that horrendous pile of shit that just came out.
Oh my God,
3 years ago. I mean, we don't want to be cynical here, Adam, but how bad was that movie?
It was really bad. I had heard how bad it was, but I still watched it because I want to judge for myself.
Absolutely.
Wait,
the first
what movie?
minute, I'm like, oh, this isn't bad. Like all the science and shit, like it's pretty cool. And then as soon as they went to the other dimension or whatever, that's what got god awful.
Also,
that was an abomination of Doctor Doom.
That's what I was just gonna say. They ruined Doctor Doom. They made one of the coolest characters in Marvel history just like a pile of shit. Just a big idiot. He looked like an idiot. His mask, his whole steel mask was stupid. I didn't like it.
It was very disappointing.
Yes.
Remember when the first trailer for that movie came out? We were like, holy shit, this looks awesome.
Yeah. So, well, Michael B. Jordan gets to redeem himself. Sean, did you get were you looking up info over there about where it takes place? Is that what you're looking up?
No. I literally, I heard Andy Serkis, and I fucking forgot that he was in
Ultron?
Yeah. So now I'm trying to remember who he was, and I think
he was the guy that was shipping over vibranium, right?
Yeah, I think the character's name is Ulysses Claw.
Yes,
Claw.
Yes,
Claw.
that is correct. And so he's being who's he being interrogated by? What's his name? Martin Freeman.
Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah, Bilbo
Baggins and Gollum.
That's right.
That's really funny.
But he's like a villain. He's a super villain.
Yeah, he's a villain
named Claw.
Yeah, but I don't think he's probably gonna be one of those super villains who I don't think he's really gonna be
realized.
Yeah, he's just a villain. Like, I don't know, kind of like how Crossbones was in Civil War.
Yeah, maybe.
Just kind of like an in and out villain. Like, he doesn't necessarily die, but he's
guy that shows up in here and there.
Yeah,
he's got ties to the main bad guys.
All right, well, that's it for trailers this week. I'm excited for the full trailer. I'm assuming it's going to be coming out in the next month or so, right? I mean, with this teaser trailer.
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
What were we just talking about, Adam? We were excited that a new trailer was going to be coming soon. We were Justice League, the full Justice. Oh no, not Justice League. Shit, what were we thinking?
I thought it was Black Panther.
Yeah, no, it was Justice League, but we were talking about if we want to even see a new trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see a new one, but I don't want them. You know what I mean? I'm ready to go see it now. I was ready to go see it.
If they show Superman or if Green Lantern's in Justice League and they show him, I'm really gonna be angry at DC.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of DC, I saw this, and actually, I'll bring it up in movie news.
But hold on, why would Green Lantern be a letdown?
Because it's like they haven't.
Green Lantern noticeably missing.
He's not in anything. He hasn't even been mentioned.
Dude, he's not gonna be in it.
I think he's gonna be in Justice League. I don't think he's gonna be in the whole movie. I think he's gonna be towards the end. Who knows? I also think it's gonna be someone said there was a theory that there is gonna be another member of the Green Lantern Corps from another sector. Like, he guards another sector of the universe, and he's gonna show up on Earth to help the Justice League because he's the protector of this area, and he comes to Earth and he helps the Justice League at the end and dies, and the ring goes to Hal Jordan, and we don't know who Hal Jordan's going to be, but he'll just be at the end, real quick, here's Hal Jordan.
Oh, interesting.
That's what I've heard.
Well, there is a Green Lantern Easter egg in Batman vs Superman.
What's that?
At the end, spoiler alert, during Superman's funeral, you know how they do the flyover with the jets?
Yeah.
One of the jets breaks formation and just flies off straight up. And Hal Jordan is a fighter pilot.
Yeah.
That's a typical military exercise.
No, it's one
of them breaks.
Only one breaks formation.
Sean's nodding his head. For those of you who aren't me,
that's representing the soldier going to heaven.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
Pretty sure that's a regular military exercise.
I do remember though that people wrote that online that was a theory for
highly right. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if he's a fighter pilot, maybe it is.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought you were gonna tell me the smoke out coming out of the back was green or something. I don't know.
Oh no.
just showing off. All right, let's get into movie news.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
All right, so Patty Jenkins, we all know her,
Love it.
the director of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
She's not signed on for a sequel yet.
Which I thought was insane.
It's bizarre.
Until you put this little note in our little doc here.
Yeah, I had just assumed that she was.
She's waiting for a payday. You
Yeah,
think?
smart.
Totally. Here's the thing.
Negotiation power.
She has total power
Yeah.
in negotiations. Here's the thing, though. What I'm disappointed in DC and all the people who have the powers to make her the director of the sequel, they should have put out a. I'm sure they don't have plans yet for the second one. I'm sure it's in the works, but they should have said whatever's happening with Wonder Woman 2, Patty Jenkins will be directing it. Like that. That is something that they can say.
We'll say it now.
There's no amount of money, realistically, that Patty Jenkins could throw out, and they say absolutely not.
Oh, she can ask for whatever she wants. That's
That's what I'm saying. Like, so why not just like what?
Let her direct Justice League Part 2. Well, while we're at it.
Yeah.
I mean, I want her. I definitely want her in the seat for Wonder Woman 2, and I think it's gonna happen. I could bet a lot on it that it's gonna happen. But it's just unfortunate that they had to come out and say that. I don't know. I guess that's just me being disappointed over nothing. I just I want to know that she's gonna be the director.
It needs to be her, but if my very limited knowledge of contract negotiation in Hollywood is correct, and it's very limited, but not having a contract before the success of a major movie, like the movie before the sequel, the prequel.
Yeah,
that's smart.
Yeah.
Did you write this note here?
No, I didn't write
Payday?
that.
Did you say that, Adam?
I don't think I did.
Oh, maybe I did.
I didn't.
Maybe I did.
But
maybe
if she doesn't lock herself into a 2-movie contract,
Yeah.
and this movie blows up.
Yeah.
Conversely, if it doesn't blow up, she's not stuck to it.
Yeah.
If it does blow up, like it has,
Yeah.
she can say, "Pay me."
Well, I guess I'm looking at it the wrong way. I guess I'm looking at it the opposite way. I'm looking at it like
I'm happy for her. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm totally yeah. So she's gonna get paid for this.
So long as that's how it turns out.
So anyway, Adam, you picked up the second one.
Yeah, John Boyega, aka FN2187 from Star Wars, among other things.
AKA Finn.
AKA Finn tweets, "Time to play a villain, eh?" And Star Wars Twitter explodes. Yeah, like you think he's stupid enough to tweet something like that about a spoiler about like the most anticipated movie of the past 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But what I'm concerned about is what is he talking about? I wonder is it superhero related? Is it I don't know what it is.
New
but
movie.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it could just be a new movie, a new script where he's the antagonist. Like I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, of course, my mind immediately went to a comic book property.
Sure.
But
I mean,
we'll see.
Because of the word villain.
Also, the amount of comic book franchises, comic book movies
Yeah.
that get made per year now, it's
Yeah.
probably a good chance that
But
it's a comic book movie.
Doesn't this kind of...
And he's not in one yet.
Yeah.
It's true. Doesn't this kind of confirm that he's definitely not a villain in Star Wars, though? I mean, not that anybody actually thought he was, but like if he does this, then becomes a villain.
I guess so.
Yeah. I guess it confirms it because he can't say this even if he.
I don't think he was either. I think that'd be so dull.
Yeah.
Like breaking away from the Imperial
Yeah.
forces, and then by the way, I'm a bad guy. Like yeah.
Yeah.
So, but just saying.
So
he was also considered for the Black Panther role.
yes, I do remember that.
But and actually, I think even after they went with Chadwick Boseman, he was still even being considered to be in it as a character. I don't know who. My sources didn't tell me, but yeah, I'm excited for FN2187.
Yeah, me too. I really like him as an actor.
I can't wait for that movie.
Something I probably should have wrapped up into the first thing in the movie news segment, but Wonder Woman, the domestic totals, just domestic, have already passed Captain America 1, Thor 1 and 2, and it's only $44 million behind Winter Soldier, which is pretty good.
Are those the higher Marvel?
No, I don't think so, because I know Avengers
Probably
is like...
not as high as the Avengers.
Yeah, no, definitely not as high as the Avengers. The Avengers got a ton domestically. But Captain America 2 did very well in theaters.
Yeah.
So them being $44 million behind Winter Soldier is really awesome. And they made 100, just about 100 the first week. They made $44 million, I think the last estimate I saw. This past weekend, they were still at the top of the box office. And I gotta assume they're probably gonna make another $23 million this weekend. Probably like a drop off of 50%.
Yeah, Cars 3 is coming out this week.
Yeah, I'm not really concerned with. I mean, no, Cars is gonna get its money, but I bet you that Wonder Woman. I bet Wonder Woman still gets in the 20s because there's gonna be a lot of people going out to see it again, including myself. I'll be seeing it again.
So, I mean, right now though, Wonder Woman is $230 million behind the worst DCEU movie right now.
200,
really?
Like worldwide?
Uh-huh.
That's
wow. And it's like $85 million domestically.
Behind Suicide Squad?
Behind the next one. Now, the most is Batman vs. Superman. Second most is Suicide Squad, then Man of Steel, and now Wonder Woman. Again, Wonder Woman's been out for 9 days.
Yeah.
Effectively, just 2 weeks.
It'll get its money.
But if you look at, like, the trajectory, it's going to fucking blow by all of them.
Oh, are they? Is it really?
Yeah.
Let me see it.
It's, I mean, I don't know, can you see that?
Which one is Wonder Woman?
Green. It's like about to...
Oh,
it's like still going straight up.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I think it's going to show you...
It needs to be number one. It deserves to be. It needs to be number one out of all those DC movies. Absolutely.
According to this trajectory, it's going to be there under 20 days.
And
under 7 days. By next week, it will be the number one on pace.
That's crazy. And these numbers can't possibly be actually found or counted, but it's gonna add so many dollars to the Justice League movie.
Oh yeah.
The success
we talked about it last week. How she's the face now.
Absolutely, she's the face.
You know,
she's the Captain America of the DCEU.
Yeah, exactly. She
is.
Absolutely, she absolutely is.
So actually, looking at this, the production budget for Batman vs Superman was the highest at $250 million. Production budget.
Okay.
Then Man of Steel $225, then Suicide Squad $175, Wonder Woman $150.
Really? And the cheapest. Wow.
Cheapest. Then the only one that they have the numbers for right now is Aquaman for the future, and that's $160 million. So that's even getting $10 million more.
That's surprising to me. I figured that would be higher because of all like the underwater effects and stuff they have to do.
Yeah, well, also less sets to build.
Higher than Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Do we know there's a Green Lantern movie?
I think it's slated for like 2022.
This is 2020. Like June 19th, 2020, it says right here.
Green Lantern?
Yep. Yeah. And there's a Shazam movie, which we knew about.
And 2020 is also when Flash is supposed to come out. Director watch, day 236.
Wait, the Flash says 2018 here.
So it says 2018?
So maybe the release dates on this is wrong.
Yeah, I think it's 2020.
The Flash says December 31st, 2018. Maybe it got delayed.
I would be shocked if that was... They'd be filming now. I don't know.
Anyways, all right.
And we got one more thing for movie news. Who put this on?
I did. Well, I've got another DC-related thing that I'll say before the last one. I don't know if you saw this, Matt, but Jeff Johns, the creative director of DC Comics, I guess Screen Rant made a list of the top 5 Superman moments from the DCEU so far, and he tweeted at them. I don't think that's very common for somebody that high up on the comic book totem pole to be tweeting at a comic book blog. He tweeted at them, "Get ready to rearrange your list." So that's pretty exciting for me. So I mean, that's a pretty heavy tip off that Superman's going to do some badass stuff in Justice League for me.
Yeah.
And
Superman not dead.
The last one, Sean, I don't know if you watched this show, but I saw this news and I was psyched about it. Idris Elba's show Luther to have a 5th season on BBC and BBC America. Do either of you guys watch this show?
I've actually never heard of it.
No, but I want to. I have heard of it. I've seen it. I have almost clicked play, but I just need to do that.
It's so good.
Yeah.
You guys, I think you guys will really like it, and it's quick too. I think the most episodes in a season was 6. Like season 4 is 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So I like it's quick. The acting is really good. The stories are crazy. All the bad guys are crazy. It's really good. I'm a big fan, and if you don't watch it, I urge you to watch it. It's on Netflix and Amazon Prime, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I gotta check that out. I hear good things, and I love Elba, so why wouldn't I?
Big sexy.
I know. I just remembered this. Did you guys see the runtimes for all 7 episodes of the next Game of Thrones?
I didn't see that.
I did not.
I can't remember the exact minutes, but the last 2 episodes equal out to like a feature.
Really?
Like
together? Or
well,
each?
I mean, obviously it's easy to say when it's like a 60 minutes, like a 2-hour thing, but it's like each one is. I think one is. They're typically 60 minutes, right?
Yeah, usually.
I think
an hour.
one is like 75, the other one's like 80.
Oh, really?
So like the last 2 episodes are like super long.
And it's still not gonna be long enough.
No, it's not.
The episodes will still not be long enough. I'll still want to cry when it's over. But I'm super excited. Less than a month away now, right?
Nope.
July 16th.
Is it 16th?
Yeah, so a little over a month, I think,
Just,
right?
I mean, just basically a month.
Yeah, month away. All right, let's get into our main topic. And just so you know, those Batman transitions aren't going away. Until we find permanent transitions for some of our other segments that don't have it, we're using that.
Nor should it.
So I want to talk to you guys today about the history of film in the future. More importantly, the future, but I want to touch on some history points right here. So feel free. I don't want this to feel like I'm just reading off of this.
No, this is exciting.
This Google document that I created. I want you guys to interject. I want to hear. I want some conversations. So,
We're going to film school tonight.
So, filmmaking first began in the 1890s when motion picture cameras were invented, and because of the technological limits, a lot of these cameras they weren't like cameras we know now. A lot of the films were under a minute.
So now is this the horse story?
The pictures,
right.
Taking the pictures and then putting the pictures together, and
basically because of a bet.
Yes. So do you know if you know the story? I don't know the story that well.
One guy said the horse at one point in time all 4 legs of the horse are off the ground when they're running. The other guy said no.
Yeah.
So actually, what he did was he set up cameras alongside of a track with tripwires, and as the horse ran through, it took pictures. And he proved that every 4 steps, all of the legs are off the ground. And then he put it all together, made it into a movie. As they say, the rest is history.
Yeah. So these movies, they're, like I said, we were saying under a minute. They didn't really have any story to them. They were kind of just moving pictures, and people were fucking flipping out about it. Kind of like how when I explained to my grandma that I can make pictures go from my iPad to my computer, it's like wizardry. This is what that was like back in the day. It was amazing. And then, starting in the early 1900s, you see a lot of successive shots across different action shots across different shots. So you have the build up, you have something happening here, and then you cut to something else, and then back to that. So it's a bunch of those little 1 minutes all crammed together.
You get more story.
Yeah, this is a period of film where a lot of firsts happen. So you have the first one with a movie with the camera moving. You think it that's wild. You think about the first the camera's moving, and then fast forward to 2017, and you have Benedict Cumberbatch has already put on this costume to play a dragon in The Hobbit.
Right.
He's crawling around the ground pretending to be a dragon, and then on the screen he's a fucking dragon. So in 1910, this is actually interesting to me. In 1910 was the first time the actors began to receive screen credits. So the stars were born, celebrities were born.
Yeah.
In film, which is kind of wild. I did not know that.
I mean, I know at the beginning of film, I think it was theater actors, book writers, they all thought film was just a fad.
It's crazy.
It's gonna come and go.
It's crazy. Hey, but it's so
crazy
fun.
today.
What, Adam?
I said those fools.
Yeah, but that's like with everything. If you look now, there's so many things. The internet was a fad. Everything goes through those.
Yeah, I'm listening to segments on the radio on augmented reality, virtual reality. I'm like, no way. That's not going to be a thing.
And today at E3, they just announced Fallout 4 VR.
Yeah.
And I wet my pants. By the 1920s, the United States has reached still the greatest ever output of films, making about 800 annually. It's a lot of movies.
Yeah, what are the lengths, though?
So I don't know the lengths of them. And so this was the 82% of the global total movie output, which we were the biggest movie creators at that point.
Sure.
So it's not really,
how many videos go on YouTube every day?
Dude, it's like billions of hours a day.
Yeah.
Isn't it something like...
It's crazy.
Even talking about photographs, don't we, like, produce more photographs each year than... Like, this year we produced more photographs than ever taken before combined.
Yeah.
And then next year it'll be more.
Yeah.
And then next year...
That absolutely seems like a correct fact.
I feel like that's right, but
yeah.
That's crazy.
So, let's skip ahead. I don't want to get too bogged down here. In the 1960s, a lot of films started being made overseas. You see them in like the Pinewood in the UK, which is one of the biggest movie studios in the world. And then in the 1970s, you had like an increase in violence. You have like the classic horror movies that we now know, starting in the 1970s. And then 1980s, which is kind of like where I want to start our conversation. The 1980s was the dawn of the home video. Do you guys remember those commercials? Now on home video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wild.
Yeah. Right? It's now that's like ancient now.
Buy it yourself. Bring it home.
Bring it home on home video. So, and this is actually film studios tried to block the sale of VCRs because people could, well, first of all, buy them and watch them at home, but also because they could record off their TVs and keep the movies, which is kind of honestly like kind of crazy. Like in that, so
piracy.
It did not stop VCRs because VCRs were huge for a long time, and then you had DVDs, and then you had Blu-rays, and then you had Netflix. And what's next?
Just to go back to that last point about film. What would you say? The film industry didn't want them to have home videos.
Yeah.
So that. Talk about like a opportunity or like a misjudgment. I mean, they thought people would just be like, I won't see that in the movies. I'll just wait.
Yeah.
But they didn't understand. Like, people like going to the movies. People like seeing it first. Yeah. Seeing it open weekend, like that's not something really like I feel like a business can plan for. Like, oh no, the human loves to see it first. You know what I mean? They'll say, oh, it's just gonna be easier for them to take it home and watch it home. So why do they go to the movies? Not true.
Yeah,
that's the human element of going to see a movie.
Absolutely. So I'll read this quick, and this, again, like we're saying, like there's always that repeat, like when people thought like film was a fad, and now like you have this. Film studios tried to take legal action to ban home ownership of VCRs as a violation of copyright, which proved unsuccessful, like I said. Eventually, the sale and rental of films on home video became a significant second revenue for the exhibition of films, and an additional source of revenue for the film industries. Which, there you go, like right at the beginning, they're like, the studios are trying to stop it because this has changed in the industry, and then they eventually, this is the same thing that's happening, and it's not the same industry. Same thing that's happening with taxi drivers and Lyft and Uber.
Sure.
You know, I mean, at first they wanted to block it because this is taken away from us, but then now you have taxi companies that use apps the same as Uber.
Right, exactly.
So, but anyway, so
Blockbuster.
I actually wanted to, and I missed out. But there's a Blockbuster right near my work. No longer, obviously, it's not in business anymore because I think there's no.
I was gonna say.
No, it's not in business anymore. But I drive by it every day on my way home, and it's empty. It's an empty storefront, but it has the marquee still. And I really wanted to take a picture of it for this episode and put it up as the thumbnail. But I totally spaced on that. But
did you know Netflix went to Blockbuster?
Yes, and Blockbuster said no.
Offered to let Blockbuster buy Netflix. Blockbuster said no.
Nope, no.
And Netflix came out on top.
Oh my God, it's so ridiculous. But I mean, think about how ridiculous Netflix sounds. Even, I mean, 10 years ago. 10 years ago, Netflix sounds insane. Less than 10 years ago.
Netflix, like, when? All right, so.
You look that up. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
But
does Netflix still do the DVDs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still do. It's actually
You can see any movie when you do a DVD.
It's actually weird because that's still a huge chunk of their, like, what they do for sales. And I would have never thought that. I would have never thought that.
You remember when they had them as separate services?
Two
Netflix accounts or something.
Yep. You had like internet only and then DVDs, right?
Yeah.
Wait, they're combined?
You can combine it. Yeah. Oh, okay. You can combine it. You can still have separate. You can still have a separate account, but you can have like a. Netflix has their own account. I don't know what it's called. It's like Netflix 4K or something, or ultra high definition, where you can subscribe to Netflix and get 4K content. Because House of Cards and a lot of the TV shows that Netflix have created, they come out in 4K now. Mm. So you can get that. You can get all those in 4K. So that's a different show. What do you got?
Netflix started. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Guess what year?
2009.
Adam?
2005.
97.
What?
Ow.
What?
August 29th, 1997.
That's incredible. 20 years.
You said 2009, right?
Yeah.
They started streaming in 2007.
What? Really, nobody jumped on board. I mean, 2007.
Well, but 3 years later, they had 20 million subscribers. The streaming is what...
Wait, streaming? They had 20 million streaming subscribers?
No, I think total.
Oh, okay.
But the streaming is like what brought them from here to here.
Yeah.
Good radio.
Yeah.
From the mid-level to the high level. You know what I mean? But they went... I mean, that was a huge jump for them. But 97 it started... And, you have to remember when it started, it wasn't streaming. It was...
Yeah, just shipping DVDs.
Shipping. It was basically like Blockbuster. You don't have to leave your couch.
I'm very interested now because... to think back, because my recollection of first discovering Netflix was like, I remember I was getting me and Mitch were trying to figure out what to get my mom for Mother's Day, and she loves watching movies, and so we're like, oh, this awesome thing that delivers movies to your house that you pick online and then you send them back looks awesome. We'll get her a subscription for this. I mean, in 2010 I think we did it.
Yeah.
And since then we haven't looked back. I mean, that was just like, that's just... We've had Netflix ever since. I still use the account. I still log into her account. Now I just stream.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of like what Netflix looked like when it was first streaming. But
I remember I had it on Adam. Remember I had it on my PS3 in college.
Yeah.
Would have been 20. I mean, it would have been 2010, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's changed over the years. I remember they would change it, they'd update it, and I would get pissed because I didn't know how to use it after that. It was like the typical.
Like anything.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like, it was weird.
It changed a lot. It changed really everything about watching movies at home. Now there's less people buying actual movies, except for me, as you can see.
Thank God I started doing Netflix. Yeah, except
except for me.
Except I mean, thank God I started doing streaming Netflix like my last year of college. Because if I did it my first year of college, life would have been a lot different.
No degrees for any of us.
Wouldn't have been able to handle it.
No degrees for any of us. Oh, man. I'm surprised I made it through my PlayStation 3 playing Call of Duty, honestly.
Yeah.
So everything changed when Netflix came along, really. And the future now, we're starting to see... We talked about this a bunch of episodes ago, a handful of episodes ago, where the studios now want to get to, like, streaming as soon as, like, 3 weeks after it hits theaters.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, think about what that looks like. And then think about eventually, and this is going to happen eventually, it's just the way it is, you're going to be able to, on a Friday when a movie comes out, or Thursday night, you're going to be able to sit at home and order it on your cable box, or go to the Yep. And see it.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm going to go to the movies.
From the film studio.
Yeah. And they're probably going to charge the same price. You're probably going to have to pay maybe more. Because more people are going to be watching it at home. They're probably going to pay more.
More of a demand.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of Kodi?
No.
Okay, this is not an advertisement for Kodi.
Okay.
I believe it's still somewhat illegal. But you can, like, hack your Amazon Fire.
Oh, right.
Put it on
right.
there, Fire Stick. You can put it on there, yada, yada. Like, the next day.
Yeah.
You can get it.
Yeah.
And it's a shitty quality because somebody walked into the theater with a camera and a tripod and recorded it, and they're like throwing it on Kodi or whatever.
Yeah.
But you wait a week, it's fine.
Yeah.
Somebody's hacked in and recorded it some other way. You know what
there's always ways. I mean, Orange is the New Black just came out. The new season of it on Netflix came out on Friday.
Yeah.
I think. But it was hacked and released online in April.
Really?
Hey, whatever happened with the Pirates of the Caribbean pirates.
It got leaked, but they didn't do anything. Like, they wanted money or something for them to so they wouldn't leak it, but they never. Obviously, the studio's not going to pay money.
Yeah.
I mean, the normal person who's going to go see a movie, they're not stealing stuff. They don't have the capabilities to even find that online.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's more work to just.
You can't just Google, Pirates of the Caribbean, like, especially a new movie like that.
Yeah.
It's not like Yahoo's gonna have a link up to go, hey, you want to watch Pirates of the Caribbean for free?
Yeah. Also, like, exact instructions how to use a BitTorrent site.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, and go on Pirate Bay and get your movie. Which they're cracking down now, left and right. But now, all right. So let's go back to the. You can order a movie in your living room the same night it comes out in the theaters. Why are you staying home and watching a movie? Why are you going to the theater? I know all of us right here, I know we're all theater goers. I know we like to go to the movie. But we say now there are movies that we'd wait to see at home.
I do this in my mind. I classify it.
So now, would you stay home instead of having to go out to the theater, maybe pay more money for popcorn, gas money, whatever? Will there be a new class of movies where you'll say, I'll just watch it at home when it comes out versus I want to go to the theater and see it? You know what I'm saying?
I do this now, but go ahead, Adam.
You go first.
No, I say, yeah, I think so. There are some movies like no force on this earth could stop me from seeing Justice League in theaters. Nothing is going to stop me from I could have it. I would have the opportunity, like, if they asked me if I wanted to watch it. Oh, that's not true. I was gonna say if they could ask me if they could tell me I could watch it the day before it came out at my house, or just wait the next day. I'd probably see it at my house the day before.
Really? I would wait.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I would wait. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Now that I'm actually thinking about it, I think I might watch it.
But
and go see it the next day.
I think there'll be a new classification of movies. I'm trying to think, like...
There's the movies, like, now you'll wait till they come on Netflix. You're like, or the movies you want to see the day they come out in theaters, or, we'll get a bunch of friends and we'll watch it at home.
Well, for example, Wonder Woman came out last weekend. Had to go see it in theaters, right? And then a while back, I saw a trailer for that movie called Rough Night coming out, like that girls' bachelorette party with Scarlett Johansson and Alana from Broad City, and it looks really funny. But I'm not going to see it in theaters. But if I've got nothing to do this Friday night and it's going to be on my TV, yeah, I might watch it. I might watch it at home.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm with you on that. I think I have the same feelings, like, as far as that goes. I want to see a new movie, but I don't feel like going out to seeing it in the theater. I'm just going to watch it at home.
Yeah,
definitely.
No, I totally agree with that, and I do it for a couple of different reasons. I do it because I want to see visually appealing movies in the theater.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's why you go see, like, I wouldn't want to see Alien Covenant at home in my living room unless my fucking setup was dope.
Right, or like the first time you don't want to see it.
Yeah.
But I don't need to see I'm trying to think of movies that I wanted to see, but I felt like I don't need to see it in the theater. And it's rare because I want to see a lot of movies in the theater. But I'm looking at 2016 in film. Like, for whatever reason, if I want to see Bridget Jones's Diary or whatever the sequel that came out, for whatever reason I want to see that, I don't need to see that in the theater.
Yeah, you watch it.
I don't, and that sounds like I'm being like, oh, I don't want to see a chick flick in the theater. That's not the case at all. I just don't feel like I need to see 30-foot heads talking about Bridget Jones.
Bridget Jones' Baby.
But I want to see, like...
out in 2016 was actually very funny. I watched it.
Okay, I'm sure it's very good. No, that's my point. I'm sure it's very funny.
I wouldn't have saw it in theaters.
But that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to see... and this is kind of going back to a couple episodes ago when we were talking about Kubo and the Two Strings.
Yes.
Totally bummed I didn't see it in the theaters. Because I think just seeing that epicness and that stop motion on a large screen would have been just that much cooler. But I still enjoyed it.
Now...
I hate that I didn't see Avatar in theaters.
Right. Perfect example. That's insane.
Did you not see Avatar?
No.
I was going to say, yeah.
No.
Adam, you idiot. That was the first and last time that you see...
Alien Covenant.
What?
I still haven't seen Alien Covenant, so I'm trying desperately to see it Wednesday night.
You need to go and see it. You need to make it a point to go see it, because you need to see it.
You haven't seen Alien Covenant?
No.
Were you not here? Oh, you weren't here. It was Mitch.
No, I was out in the Southwest.
You're out spelunking out in Arizona.
The Avatar was the first and last time... What?
And then Wonder Woman came out when I came back.
Yeah, so you were.
Wonder Woman.
Well, that's what's happening right now with me with Pirates. I think I'm going to have to go see Pirates tomorrow night because I still haven't seen it, and I've heard a lot of good things, and for me not to see a good Pirates movie, it's driving me nuts.
Right.
But Adam, you're an idiot. Avatar was the first and last time that anybody should see a 3D IMAX movie.
Agreed.
That was the movie that the technology was made for.
Yep.
And that was it.
Son of a bitch.
I know, you really fucked up. But I think Avatar is starting to get hot again, so keep an eye out. I bet they put that back in IMAX when the new movies start.
They might. It's been 7 years.
How many times has James Cameron putting Titanic back in theaters? Right? At least 3 since you know what I mean, that I can remember.
And I think it's like not even necessarily James Cameron. Like theaters can just they just say, "Oh, we're gonna reshow."
And like the Avatar land at Disney World just opened.
Yeah, it's gonna be out again.
But yeah. Anyway,
my biggest thing about Netflix though. Go ahead, Adam.
I was gonna say he's doing like 10 sequels, so.
Oh yeah.
It'll be even better the second time around.
Yeah, hopefully.
I hope so.
Sean, your thing with Netflix?
Its ability to fund different projects, because it doesn't care about views.
Yeah.
Necessarily, but Brad Pitt came out and said this is why he wants to work with Netflix more, is because he got that movie War Machine out.
Yeah.
Which I have not seen. Admittedly, I'd like to. Looks good, but he said this is a film he wanted to do, and no major like Hollywood studio would do it. Netflix can. So it's like almost like an indie movie, but it's Netflix.
Yeah.
Like you're getting these different types of
indie
movies,
like money you could possibly throw at a movie. It's
which
crazy.
are popular, but
super
and
popular.
Netflix doesn't care.
Yeah.
As long as they get people saying like Netflix originals are good, that's good enough for them to keep getting subscriptions.
Yeah.
I feel.
And that's the other. I mean, we've been talking just the viewing of media in the future.
Yeah.
We haven't really touched on, and we don't think we really have to, because I mean, but the real other side of the coin is the future of making this content, the future of making all this stuff. Just like you said, like Netflix being able to not necessarily undercut, but fund more ideas, like fund like crazy, like stretch, like they can go on a limb for a lot of their stuff because they don't have to worry about it having a successful theater run. But who knows? Netflix movie, I mean, like just like how Amazon Prime put Manchester by the Sea in theaters. Mm-hmm. I mean, who knows? There could be a Netflix movie coming out in theaters soon.
Well, I mean, it's the equivalent. It's literally the equivalent, and I might be stretching here, but I'm gonna say this with confidence. It's the equivalent of the old elderly woman or man at the casino putting their card connected to a cord in their belt into the slot machine and just paying it. They're doing whatever the fuck they want, and the casino's getting their money.
Yeah.
And they're gonna keep playing.
Yeah.
Because have you ever heard of anybody canceling a Netflix
because
subscription?
something was bad? No, never, ever.
I have literally never heard of somebody canceling. Yeah. They're getting your money.
I remember the only time I've ever heard cancel Netflix subscription ever was when I've been using my mom's Netflix for forever since I gave it to her. Kind of an Indian giver gift, honestly, for Mother's Day. I just use her Netflix account. But maybe 3 years after I started using it, my former boss at Save the Bay had stopped work. She got a new job for the state. And a year after we hadn't been working together, one day she texted me and asked me if I canceled my Netflix account because I changed my password, and I thought she was also using it.
Yeah.
So it was funny because she thought I canceled it, but I actually just changed my password. But no, I don't think anybody's ever canceled a Netflix account because lack of good content.
Right.
Especially with now Orange New Black just came out and it was fantastic.
I mean, so I'm just gonna go with some numbers here.
Hit us with the numbers, Sean.
Netflix in April of 2017 was nearing 100 million subscribers. Okay. The basic streaming plan is $8 a month. The premium is $12. Let's call that 10.
Yeah.
100 million times 10.
It's $1 billion.
That's what they're making a year.
It's a lot.
They can fund whatever they want.
It's a lot. And that's the lower end. That's the lower one. The lower package.
It's the middle.
It's the middle. It's nuts. They're making a lot of money. That's how they can fund all these things.
I mean, they don't. But again, they don't care about you going out that weekend and seeing it.
It's the reason why Scorsese's making The Irishman with them and not studios.
Yeah.
Getting all his favorite actors on board again and doing a movie.
It's an unbelievable amount of money.
So really, what we're saying is Netflix the future.
Yep.
It's the now and it's the future.
What do you guys think of Redbox?
I love Redbox. You know what? I use Redbox more for video games than I use it for movies.
Do you?
Yep.
I don't use Redbox as much as I used to.
Hot take.
I use Redbox. I'd like to use it for video games.
Adam, is there one like readily accessible to you?
Yeah. There's one down at Market Basket and Stop and Shop around the corner.
Oh, so you guys like shop and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that,
It's not difficult to get. I mean, we have Netflix, we have Prime, we have your Hulu account now.
It's weird. Like you can get all this like crazy stuff, and I'll still sometimes like if you can get movies from everywhere, like you were saying, and I'll still go to CVS and just as I'm walking in, I'll be like, all right, on my way out, I'm gonna check out Redbox and see what they got, and just like kind of peruse and see like, oh, you know what, I didn't see that movie. It's right here in front of me. Let me grab it. I'm not sure if it's on Netflix or not.
$1.25. I'm
gonna grab it. Yeah. Grab it.
Yeah.
Bring it back the next day. I pass one every day. I pass like 6 on my way to work every day.
Can you return them to anyone?
Yes.
Oh, see.
Major,
now I may be more into it. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it's real good. And I try for video games sometimes if I want to like try out a game or just like grab it for a weekend and just play the campaign. And it's not a game I really want to shell out $60 on.
Yeah.
It's all new games, so.
Be interesting to see where that goes, if it goes anywhere.
Yeah. All right. So that was a good little talk there about the future of film. It's an interesting. So the consensus is we're still going to be hitting the theaters no matter what happens. So.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
That will not change. I just love going to the movies. All right. Oh, shit. What are we watching? Sean, what are you watching?
I finished Leftovers. Awesome. Matt, watch it.
I can't watch it.
You can't watch it?
No, I can't watch it.
Just watch it.
Really, it's out of spite. I don't want to watch it now because Schwartz was telling me the other day what an idiot I am for not watching it. So
well, yeah.
Now I'm just not watching it out of spite. So I need like a 6-month grace period before I can start it.
Yeah, I can't speak to that, but very good. I mean, the last season. A lot of people feel like the first season isn't very good, but I think the last season justifies the first, and it's a good 3-season body of work.
Okay.
Like it a lot. Started watching Justice League cartoon on Netflix because I'm too lazy to do. Huh?
He said
there he is.
I'm too lazy to do comic books right now. Maybe in the future when I'm done with some other things in life. But right now, this is the best thing I got. Apparently, there's multiple ones to watch.
There's a lot. There's a lot of those animated
There's like
shows.
2, and I want to watch the, I guess, more recent one because it looks a little better. This one's pretty good. I basically am watching it just because of Wonder Woman. I want to know like more about her and what she's been treated as in cartoons and stuff, and it's interesting. I'm only about 4 episodes in. It's pretty good. Martian Manhunter is pretty much a badass.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter is really good.
You know, I don't know why he's not in the movie thought process or what, but he's pretty.
He's not in the comics either. He's not in the comics that much either.
Done some research on him. He beats up Wonder Woman.
He beats up everybody.
Yeah.
Who's the voice of Wonder Woman? And do you know who the voice is in that series?
No. And there's multiple. So.
I'm pretty sure in one of the animated, and I could be wrong, one of the animated DC versions of Wonder Woman is Xena.
Oh, really?
What's her name? She's in Parks and Rec. She's
yeah.
She's very, very famous.
Warrior Princess.
Yeah,
Warrior Princess.
Why can't I think of that? But I heard she's awesome as Wonder Woman. And I'm not even sure. Maybe I got my wires crossed.
And finally, I'll just get through this quick. Whiplash. Have you guys seen that?
Oh, that movie's awesome.
Okay, you've seen it, Adam. Have you seen it, Matt? Whiplash?
Whiplash. The drum movie?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh. So good. I watched, I only watched, like, highlights of it this last week on YouTube, like, highlights of J.K. Simmons and highlights of, like, the last 5 minutes. Unbelievable. I love that movie.
I randomly watched the last 5 minutes, that drum solo, which is insane.
Such a good, it's like an amazing music video. It's like such a good scene. It's a good movie. It's a great movie.
Sorry, Lucy Lawless.
Lucy Lawless.
She was the voice of Wonder Woman in the Justice League animated show. So I think that it's the one you're watching.
Is it Justice League?
It just says Justice League. Also, Rosario Dawson was the voice of Diana as well.
Did you know Christina Hendricks was potentially going to be Wonder Woman?
Christina Hendricks. Who's Christina Hendricks?
Mad Men. the redheaded woman from Mad Men.
Oh, really?
Like she was, and then also Kobe Smulders was gonna be.
Huh.
From
It's just so you know, it's Justice League: The New Frontier.
See, that's not it. Those aren't even the ones on Netflix.
Okay.
They have Justice League and then Justice League Unlimited. So I don't know. But Kobe Smulders, she's in Marvel.
Oh yeah.
She was gonna be potentially one.
Agent Hill.
Yes.
Yeah, hell.
But she actually played Wonder Woman in the Batman Lego movie.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, you did. Yeah.
Anyways, that's what I'm watching. What are you guys watching?
Adam, what are you doing?
So I honestly haven't watched much this week, but I did the other day. I started book 2 of Dune.
Cool.
The science fiction masterpiece. It picks up like immediately from where the first one leaves off, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm excited to read that. Like I said, I'm trying to see Alien Covenant this week. Trying pretty hard. I wanted to watch The Thing so bad last night, but by the time I got home, I was fucking exhausted and just fell asleep on my couch.
That's tired. Too tired to watch The Thing is tired.
And Kurt Russell would strangle me. If you knew that.
That's a funny thought. Knocking your door. Oh, I'm sleeping. Who is it? It's Kurt Russell. Just chokes at him out in his kitchen.
Puts the thing on.
Just like Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
Lifts his eyelids open.
What are you watching, Matt?
So, not many movies actually. This past week, I watched Mystery Team.
Oh yeah.
Last weekend, I didn't go see a movie at the theaters. I was trying to go see Pirates, but I was very tired on Friday, and then it just got away from me, and I ended up just watching Mystery Team. But I have been listening to an esports podcast, trying to learn a little more about esports. I gotta be honest with you. They need to fucking redo everything they're telling people about esports, because they make it impossible for anybody to understand. And for something this new and like it's just like blowing up like this, they really need to make it better for people to understand.
Like, what are they doing? They're like...
They talk about stuff like it's just like... I mean, and this is not like this podcast has been going on for very long.
Yeah.
There's only like, I don't know, maybe like less than 30 episodes. So
Yeah.
it's not like, this is
yeah.
stuff that's ingrained in people's heads. All this stuff is new. They should just be like coming at like the whole, like, I mean, everything. I mean, when you talk about it, it's like if you were listening to a football podcast. Or
Too much lingo.
Too much lingo.
They're not teaching everybody the basic information.
Yeah, it's
There's
like
too much
yeah.
analysis
And
comprehension. Yeah.
Any of the esports apps, there's like 3 of them. I have all 3 of them because some of them do one thing good and the other ones don't. Like, they don't explain how like the ladders go throughout the year, like what the season is for different things. It's just kind of all like thrown out there. They're like Belfast, and like you're supposed to know that Belfast is like Counter-Strike Go, like the finals for the year. So it's like it's shit like that. It's just like it's annoying because I really want to be a fan of esports, but I can't. It's just so difficult. There's so much to read on it, so I try and like.
But the mystery's bringing you in.
It is bringing me in.
You want to learn more about it.
But a lesser man would
right.
already be out.
You're right.
A lesser man would be out. So I'm doing that. I'm also going along with video games. I'm watching the E3 coverage, which is the big video game conference. Nothing huge out of E3 so far. Xbox has a new system coming out, which is basically just the same Xbox that has the same controllers, same games. It's just a lot more powerful. It does like true 4K gaming. Stuff that not everybody needs, but it's very good for the people who have Xbox Ones and PlayStation 4s, because now all these companies are just making more powerful versions of the same consoles that play the same games, so nobody has to, like, console lives are longer.
But did I hear that Xbox Scorpio's $500?
Yeah, that's what it's called. Xbox One X. It's not Scorpio anymore.
I'm out.
Out on the $500 price tag.
I can't do that.
I have no interest in buying it. Only what? What'd you say?
What the hell is that?
It's an upgrade.
It's new system.
It's an upgrade.
But I have no interest in buying it because I don't have a 4K TV.
Well, there you go.
But if I had a 4K TV, I'd buy it. So lots of stuff out of E3. That mainly, I guess, is the big thing. And I've been watching Orange is the New Black. And by watching, I mean I binged the entire season over the weekend.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Very good.
It's not the final season, is it?
No. Did you guys watch?
I watched the first 2.
Adam, do you watch it at all?
No.
I'm not gonna say I think you would like it because I think you're either very hot or cold on it. That's what I've like with this show. That's what I've heard from people. So I'm not gonna say that I think you'd like it, but I think it's worth a check. I think it's worth to check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
It's the first season. I like the first season. I don't know why I stopped the second season, but I mean,
Darren Silverman's in the first season.
It's right. Oh my God. That's
Yeah, he
right.
is.
He's the husband who
He
gets
is.
left at home.
And so is
She goes on a vacation. It's a bad movie description.
So is
Show description.
what's the girl from
Donna from
Donna from that 70s
Donna
show
from that 70s show.
is also in it.
Yep.
And you see her tease a lot.
Whoa.
Just saying. I know my audience. I'm trying to get Adam to watch it. I know my audience.
Yeah, maybe I can squeeze it in.
All right, guys. So we're gonna get right now. We're gonna get into our movie club for our mystery team. But remember, what we do in life echoes in eternity, and that's it for this week, folks. We'll see ya at the movies. Later.
Peace.